Hello YouTube land and welcome back to the Small Workshop Adventures. Today's project is I'm going to make a wine rack. Going to use some lovely oak here that I've purchased. So it's a design that we've come up with here in the workshop here. I say we, it probably isn't exclusive because you could probably find something very similar out there because it's a wine rack. But a friend of mine, a close friend of mine, he's a carpenter by trade, and he's actually a neighbour which lives just sort of over there. So he also uses the workshop on a regular basis, but you haven't seen him being filmed in here, but he occasionally pops in here to do a bit of work or use some of the facilities, and we sort of do that together, and it's a really great friendship. He made this last year and I sold it at a craft fair. So I did a craft fair just before my operation and for my hip replacement. I did a craft fair where I was selling and showing all the different pieces of furniture that I make, and the wine rack was there and it got sold. So I'm going to make another one, but I didn't film it being made actually because he made it. So I'm going to make it. So his name's Andy. He made it, but I'm going to make one of them. A nice little wine rack. It's a tabletop or a worktop wine rack, so it can probably have 5 or 6 bottles depending on the size you make it. So it's something that you can store your wine in. So enjoy, people. We're going to make the wine rack, and we'll see you in a bit. So we're just setting the angle. I want it about, I've just set this so just to see, so you can see, it's about 15 degrees. So my little protractor, so I've set my bevel, sliding bevel to about 15 degrees, then I can get the angle I want, because it's going to sit, as you'll see in a minute. So I'm just setting this up to create the angle that I want to sit that at. So the angle set, that looks about right. So I'll just hold that up there. So how this is going to work, it's really simple. It's a really easy project to do. Your wine, once it goes in at that angle, it supports itself. So it will, you can't see as I take it up because it's going out of camera shot, but it's going to sit in, all the wine's going to hang like that. Really simple design. So that's perfect. I've got my bevel set, my angle set, about 15 degrees. Just going to build it from there. So I've got these lovely pieces of oak that are off another job I did. I made a dining room table for somebody. These were when I repurposed the base, and I basically just used the legs. So these are, so I'm upcycling these because it's oak, and all I need to do is just clean them up and cut them in. So they're quite nice. So it's oak. Don't waste any timber. Perfect. I'm getting better with my Japanese saw. I've been practicing. That's not bad. I don't know whether you can see that on there on the camera, but that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Practice makes perfect, I was once told a long time ago. Depends what you're practicing though, doesn't it? Just had a dirty laugh there. Anyway. So I've done the marking. I've set the pillar drill to 15 degrees, the bed, so it's sloping nicely, which is how you're going to create these so they can stay in. So when the wine is in, that'll be at the angle, and these will be vertical. Horizontal, not vertical, horizontal. Spacing there, so I've just made the spacing about 11, depending on the bottle of the wine you're doing. Something I have noticed, that if you make one of these, if you use screw top, if you only drink screw top, you can get away with it a couple of mils smaller. A corked bottle of wine, which I've got quite a lot of corked wine, then it needs to be just slightly bigger. I'm using a 35 millimeter force and a bit, 35 millimeter, so that should do it. It should be nice and snug, but easy just to take the wine in and out. You're not fighting with it in any way, because you don't want that, do you, when you want to have a nice bottle of wine? You want to fight with it from your wine rack. So the spacing there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, space for 5. It's big enough, not too big, so it can, when I've finished it, you'll be able to sit it on a worktop and display all your lovely wine. Another day in the shop. My favourite place. I'm sure it's your favourite place. It is mine. Tea this morning, not coffee. I've glued it. I didn't actually show the gluing. Did I? Did I show the gluing? Not quite sure. There we go. I've glued it up. Now I'm going to sand it up, but you can see the detail there that I've started to carve in. And I have some wine time on the bottom, so it's room for 5. So there you see a nice little, I've got to clean it up, getting some ideas for some wine racks. I've been exploring and talking to a close friend who also is he's a carpenter primarily, so he was in here yesterday and we were chatting about it and different ideas and different on a theme, wine racks on a theme, different sizes. Anyway, I'm slightly rambling, but there you go. I'm going to clean it up, and that's where we got to first. So it's getting close to being finished. Nice oak wine rack. So I'm just going to wax, finish it with a wax, getting down on my wax polish. Used it a lot, well, not in the last couple of months, but yeah, just going to finish it up, and we're getting close. So, and then I'll show you, I'll get some wine in it and display it. So just a bit of wax polishing. So there we have it, a nice oak little wine rack. The beauty of this design that I've come up with is that it can sit on the floor, it can sit on the table, it can go in the kitchen, it can go in the kitchen worktop. 5 bottles. I mean, actually we could make it, I might actually make some more various sizes. I've seen some where you could just literally have a single. And I've got some ideas for some other designs for this, but a nice oak wine rack that that can sort of travel. So it's been hand carved, it can be personalized, you can have names, you can have all sorts of things written into it, or I can write all sorts of things on it. So it's almost the sky's the limit with what you want, how you personalize it in any way. I'm going to look to sell them, so if anyone is really interested on any size of wine rack, whether it's just a single or in this sort of design, but having maybe a gift for somebody, if you're interested, please email me. I'll put my email up. It's mark.story16@gmail.com. It should be up here somewhere. And yeah, get in touch, email me or private message me. So I'd love your comments. Put some comments in underneath, and let me know what you think to my wine rack that I've made. I love working with oak and different timbers, and I think that's quite a nice little piece. Just sit anywhere. So I've written wine time. A lovely little pattern that I've carved down the side just to lift it. It could be plain as well if you don't like carving. It could be really plain. So so let me know. Please like and subscribe. If you like this video, then let me know, and there'll be plenty more of this sort of thing. I love making fine furniture and really nice pieces. So it's great that you're here on this channel with me and you're watching, and it means a lot. It really means a lot that people are actually wanting to watch this stuff. So let me know. Wine time. Nice little wine rack. So yeah, take care everybody. And so from the Small Workshop Adventures, bye.